I followed Barb into the house. It was sparsely furnished. Dust covered the furniture, and the lounge and chairs were tired. Dirty dishes were piled in the sink. Barb told me to sit at the kitchen table and made us both a coffee before sitting down herself. "You knew Christopher, did you?" said Barb. "Not really well. I just saw him round and he had the odd hello, that's all. He always seemed like a nice kid." Barb gazed into her coffee. "He was a great kid." A tear rolled down her cheek. She continued, "I was so proud of him. He was such a clever kid. When he was younger, Christopher would always come home from school and chatter like a monkey, telling me everything he could think of about his day. Then he went to high school." Barb got up and went to a shelf above the heater. She took down a photo and brought it to show me. "That's the last photo I have of Christopher. School photo." The photo showed a thin, blonde teenager with a shy smile. "He changed a lot. He would just sit in the chair, quiet. I tried to get him talking, but he'd only answer with one-word answers." Although tears now rolled down Barb's cheeks, she had a determined set to her mouth. I didn't know what to say. I don't think she would have heard me anyway. The story of Christopher, a grim rosary she needed to recite. Each word relived the devastation of her within. All I could offer was my presence. One day, I followed him home from school in the car. I saw them. Kids. A few of them. They followed him, called him names. If they'd have touched him, I would have run them over. But they didn't. I wish to God I had now. Jail's better than this. At least those bastards wouldn't bother Christopher or God knows who else anymore. Christopher would still be here. I went to the school to see what I could do. Useless. Just told me he was a shy kid, and other kids would pick on him because they did that to everyone. Her abrupt silence transcended words. Moments later, she took a deep breath. Her words a blow to my senses. I found him, my beautiful boy. Our coffee grew cold in front of us both. Her stillness shouted at me, demanding acknowledgement of the bleeding wound Christopher's death had inflicted on her. The shadows in the room were lengthening. The afternoon was drawing to a close. None of us moved. I had to go. I was teaching in the morning. I stood up. "I have to go now." She didn't speak or move, and I shut the door quietly behind me.